Alright, let me drop something that might blow your mind. Imagine holding onto a real estate investment for 14 years and watching it grow by over 100%. Not just any investment, this is in Mumbai's Juhu, a neighborhood so exclusive it's basically the VIP section of Indian real estate. And the people involved? Madhuri Dixit and her husband, Shriram Nene. Now, I'm not just talking about a random couple cashing out. They're selling a property they bought for around 1.94 crore in 2012 for 4.40 crore now. That's a 127% return. But here's what really makes me sit up, this isn't a one-off. In just 8 months, they've sold 3 properties. One was a commercial office space that turned a jaw-dropping 824% profit. Let me unpack why this matters. First off, 127% over 14 years sounds solid, but when you break it down, that's roughly a 5% annual return. Not bad, but not exactly out of this world. But wait, this is Mumbai. Real estate here isn't just about numbers, it's about location, prestige, and the kind of demand that makes properties appreciate like magic. Juhu isn't just a neighborhood, it's a status symbol. Celebs like Amitabh Bachchan and Varun Dhawan live there because it's the ultimate flex. But what's fascinating is how this reflects a broader trend. Celebrities aren't just buying homes, they're turning real estate into a cash cow. And why not? When your income is tied to the whims of the film industry, having assets that appreciate regardless of your acting career is smart. Now, let's talk about that commercial office space. A 18-year hold, 824% return? That's not just a win, it's a phenomenon. How does that happen? Well, 18 years ago, 52.5 lakh for a 1,594 square foot office. That's dirt cheap by today's standards. But here's the kicker. Mumbai's commercial real estate has been on a rocket ship. The demand from startups, production houses, and tech firms has turned areas like Andheri into gold mines. And the fact that this office was sold to a company called Frames Production? That's not just a coincidence. It's a sign that the film industry itself is investing in infrastructure, which only fuels the cycle. But let's step back. What does this say about the risks of real estate? On one hand, it's a reliable long-term bet. On the other, it's super volatile. If you bought that same Juhu apartment in 2012 and sold it today, you'd be rich. But what if the market tanked? What if a new policy or economic downturn hit? The beauty of real estate is its tangibility, but the downside is its lack of liquidity. You can't just sell a house in a day. And yet, Madhuri and Shriram are doing it. Why? Because they're playing the long game. They're not speculators, they're investors with patience. And here's what really makes me think, Juhu's not just a celebrity hangout. It's a microcosm of Mumbai's real estate psychology. The price per sq ft there is between 60k and 1 lakh. That's not just expensive, it's exorbitant. But people pay it because they can. The demand is so high that even a lower floor apartment in a co-op society becomes a trophy asset. So, what's the takeaway? If you're thinking about investing, maybe look beyond the stock market. But be warned, real estate is a marathon, not a sprint. It's not for the faint of heart. And if you're a celeb, well, you've got the luxury of time and the power of brand equity to make it work. But for the rest of us, it's a gamble, and one that requires more than just a good address.